Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Death Spiral Simulator. I think I'm going to keep calling this game that actually. Don't worry though, it's not quite as bad as it looks, but yes, welcome back to Death Spiral Simulator, also known as Ixion if I'm going to give it its official name, but no, Death Spiral Simulator is great, it's very appropriate. People are starving, there's homeless, there's a couple of accidents going on. Well, that's okay, actually. People are starving, but my food stocks are decent. Food stocks are decent. Mess halls are stocked and ready to roll. I've been rearranging slightly after last time. I managed to get... Yes, overload, go away. I managed to get more farms and workers into here, so Sector 6 is coming online. I've even started to move people out of Sector 1 into Sector 6 just to keep it more stable. Though as you can see, it's also having a massive housing issue because of, well, it's doing its own thing. Unfortunately, my power supply is only going to get worse from here on out. And I say that because I paused a moment to gather some more materials before launching, as well as doing the restructuring. I've managed to gather a bunch more iron. I've managed to gather some ice is coming in. And I've also processed a whole bunch of cryopods because of this as well, which is actually a slight issue. Oh wow, my throat will not keep clear at all, will it? Right, so I've just overloaded my power grid. My station is currently trying to build a new solar plant outside, which is like that. Unfortunately, another one is broken, so that is why my grid is currently overloaded. I think... Well, that actually... I paused you, but you're not fixing the other thing, so I can't actually fix it until I stop building. Which means I need to get clear before another solar panel breaks. Because unfortunately, because of the power loss, most of my factories are actually offline. The exception being the recycling waste treatment, which is actually overflowed as well, because I've also implemented waste recycling from my farms. And also polymers, because I need the polymers to build the solar panel. I need another 19 of those. So I'm going to shut this off.
Power restored.
I have power. Only 0.3 cycles of supply for Sector 6, but it has like 60 odd food in storage. So I'm going to take that trust hit and fire my engines. Because I do not trust this game, I'm being extremely paranoid. 2.2 cycles, yes. That's the other thing I've done. I've actually built some more batteries. My station will work a bit better, though it's still unstable as all hell in terms of power supply. 2.2 cycles. Sector 2 will survive it. Sector 1 will not, even though I've given it an extra battery. So I'm going to need to get another battery in there. But at least I'll finally be getting out of this storm. So there was that. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I moving? Because... Oh, it looks horrible out there, doesn't it? Because the backlash of our engines. I don't trust it. If I was making this game, I would make it an achievement to not blow up our sister ship that we just spent all that time and effort fixing with the backlash of our engine. Don't get me wrong, I love the Vol engine. It's great. It's it lets us take a mothership class vessel, which is what the station essentially is, and do things, but it also pays attention to the fact that the sheer expense of energy and the difficulty of moving between stars is not insignificant at all. Let's speed up. So, it makes sense that an engine running on so little power, exploiting exotic... Yes, I'm out of it! Right. Exotic particles to do who knows what in alternate dimensional travel is going to have some kind of backlash. And Our engine may be quote-unquote improved, but that doesn't mean they fixed that. I mean, I think, as far as I know, we've only got the version 2 of the Vol engine, so... Yeah. Anyway. Pause. Thank you. Trust is now coming up. Thank you. Our power supply is now not enough to recharge the batteries, but things are at work. Just have to wait a bit longer, but I'm not losing people on EVA, and I'm not losing...
Power supply overloaded.
I just said everything's fine. Curse you, Death Spiral Simulator. I'll turn off this power supply as well. There you go.
Power restored.
Why are 409 people starving in Sector 6? Why are so many people starving in Sector 6? Why does Sector 6 have so many people? Actually, no. I did punt a load of people. Oh, because the power was off. Of course. I was going to say, I've actually managed to get people to neutral to happy as well. Sector 6 was actually doing fine until that power lost due to moving. But, again, I hope to improve that. But we should be at a safe distance from the Protagoras, so we'll sit here and then get ready to eject ourselves from the system, because we need science points to continue to improve our situation. End of the day. And this.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, for Pete's sake, what now? Oh, lack of...
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
I think I need some iron. There's no iron, so this waste recycle is my sole source of alloy. That's actually a bit bad. Especially since this sector is going to consume it all to make farms. Death Spiral Simulator! You strike again, good sir. Yes, indeed.
Power supply overloaded.
Again? What is causing these overloads? Ah! Oh. Of course. Okay, I know what's causing these overloads.
Power restored.
It's the new farm fields being completed. They're increasing my power demand by 3 each time. That's why it's been slowly creeping up, and it's like, what the hell's going on? Of course, I'm building stuff that doesn't need much power. Also, I just realised it's going to take me a while to get what's left of my polymer requirement. Maybe a best bet would actually be to cancel building that. I need that. I need those solar panels back on. I'll do that. Then I'll tell you to build that. And yep, that's refunded everything perfectly. Right, good. I wasn't sure. I'm just waiting for the power situation to stabilise and reactivate everything before I actually fire up my Vol engine and get going.
Caution. Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, bother.
Power supply overloaded.
Okay, so I've got Space Greenhouse. I've overloaded again. Oh, I also installed a medium stockpile over here, by the way, to hold all the ice in Sector 6. I need to shut something down to get power back up again. This is scuppering my trust really hard. Let's shut this stockpile down.
Power restored.
There we go. Back online. Also, it turns out fixing that solar panel was bugged. So when I cycled it up to first task in progress, it should have started working immediately, but it didn't, so I had to cancel and restart it. So that's why that was working. I also take this moment to mention... Excellent. Lovely. Take this moment to mention... and to apologise. And personal computers. There was a comment, I think, on the last part of... Yeah, last part. But... YouTube did something weird. I spotted that for a while it was saying in my video, my channel listings, video had a comment, but it was also...
Power supply overloaded.
Oh dear. I keep doing that.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
You are full... I'll turn you off.
Power restored.
I can't get this solar panel fixed soon enough. In fact, it's almost fixed. Right. So, it said there was a comment on my channel videos page, but when I went to the video there was no comment. When I went to my comment section there was no comments, and just today before recording it switched back to saying no comments. So if there was a comment, it seems to have been eaten by YouTube. Apologies, but that's what it is. And there's nothing I can do about it because I don't know what the heck happened. Though in other news, Death Spiral Simulator is not currently trying to kill me. It just tried to a bunch of times, but my power system is now actually not overloaded, so that's great. I can try to restart some stuff again. Are we ready? We could be ready. We might be ready. I think we're ready. Got those new solar panels online. We've got a second recycling plant rolling as well, waste treatment, though I misplaced it slightly. I need to rearrange this section a little bit. I've had to shut off my foundries, but alloy is still holding strong for the moment, so that's good. And I've also moved 100 people from Sector 1 to Sector 6. They are in this cell housing block over here. And as a result of that, I need another mess hall. I thought I had 2, but I only had 1. I'd actually built another crop farm down here. So I swapped that battery that was here with the new mess hall and replaced it with 2 batteries. And as a result, Sector 6 now has a 1.4 cycle buffer. So power reserves are good. Hull integrity is maxed out. Trust is absolutely golden. They think I know what I'm doing. Oh, the poor trusting fools. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Okay, let's break the planet we used for colonization testing. Because if I developed this game, I would have made it so that Protagoras got back blasted if we actually jumped next to it, as I said before. So, we are ready.
In accordance with Frau Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tiqqun before Volt Jump initiation.
We are good. I'm going to break this planet, but it had, what, a 2% chance of colonization success, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Ixion engine ready.
Here we go. Please don't break the Protagoras. Please. Okay, it does look a bit different to how I remember it from previous jumps. But, no, no. Last jump we had this Mark II engine as well, didn't we? So, that doesn't really... Yeah. We've already jumped once with the Mark II engine. Hey, maybe when we catch up with that UN battleship, we can nick their engine. Given how things have been going, that's probably what's going to happen. We find technology, we appropriate it for our own uses. Okay, new sector. Promising, I already see debris, I think. Please tell me that's the battleship. Oh wow, that is a massive wreck. What the hell? At least I know we don't do re-entry damage. There is that.
Full jump complete.
Where the hell are we?
Preliminary diagnostics.
Please tell me this is the UN warship.
Expected irreversible damage to the Tiqqun detected.
Actually, we might need another airlock to fix that.
We have not reached the exoplanet Remus.
Wait. Are we in the wrong place?
Tiqqun primary sensors are picking up vast amounts of debris. Act with caution, Administrator.
Yeah, I noticed the debris
We
fields.
must reach Remus.
The fact we came out on top of it is a really bad sign. Fate of the Etemenanki. As soon as we're done here, I can stop saying that name. So, that implies that the wreck we are in the middle of is the Etemenanki. Massive. Also, very, very broken. And we are suffering something. Whole integrity affected by weather conditions. What is our weather condition? Oh god. I don't want to go anywhere near that. But destroyed command center. Okay. Right, okay. I need to cycle my ships around and get them moving. Also, I do need another airlock, unfortunately, because the damage of the vol jumps is stacking up. Let's see. Unassign you. I will unassign you. I'll also unassign you. Oh, it's docked. Unassign you. Okay. Right. Science team. Stanford. Also, where's our other mining ship? Zweihander. You're operating there. You got the mining ship. You'll get our other science ship, the Maxwell. Good. All ships ready to begin undocking procedures. Unfortunately, I need to find space for another airlock, which sucks, but yeah. .35 science and unknown. Okay, right. Is my probe launcher ready to roll? If I was clicking the right thing. Yes, my probe launcher is ready to roll. Let's start finding us some resources. There's something very nearby in terms of... There's multiple mission things nearby, actually. Let's get mining operations going. Let's send the Stanford across that command center. And let's see what happens.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
I want the science first, then I'll do the thing. We've also had a new request. Oh, it's one of the citizen management centers. Oh, that's not going to be good. Storage is full, number of resources can be done. Polymers, good. We've got another quest over here as well, in the cryo bay. Okay, right. What do we got? What do we got? Since leaving Earth, lost 226 crew members. I thought we'd lost more. Even without being an expert in documents crowd, we've not escaping notice that the number of deaths increases, so too does the prevalence of death sickness. So I jumped out and now I've got a permanent -1. Lovely. Can I just throw everyone with dead earth sickness out the airlock? That'll probably fix everything, right? Okay, and apparently now that the warehouse is something for me as well. Right. The crew are encouraged by how many survivors we have brought aboard the Tiqqun. Oh! Okay, so please say that's a +1. The increase in population reinforces the feeling that that our goal of saving humanity is achievable. New members awakening from cryopods are now part of something bigger than themselves. Acknowledged. +10. Why is it whenever we get a bonus it's plus percentage to trust, and whenever we get a penalty it's a minus permanent? Death Spiral Simulator, everyone. Right. Sectors converted to cold to the hull. As a positive impact on the morale crew. Ooh, positives are welcome. Converts are waiting to hear your opinion on their worship. Sanctifying the Tiqqun and its facilities does not directly violate any Delos directives. Suppress it or embrace it. This is basically an arc at this point. Sure. I'll embrace it. Anything else you want to bother me with? No? Maybe? I mean, the science point's already been deployed to boost my tech lab. And I think I'll prioritise getting this one, which is 5 units every 3 cycles. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. Just need a couple more points. There. Some even intelligence on the Etemenanki's command center. So this is the Etemenanki. Indicate we have found the wreckage of the command center. The UN ship appears to have been attacked. Oh. Oh dear. Although the command center is heavily armoured, the structure has suffered a terrible bombardment. It appears as if something sliced through the larger substructure of the Etemenanki. This must have dislodged the center and separated it from the rest of the ship. Numerous pieces of debris and corpses float around the ruin. Located a breach within the armor plating that should allow us to get inside. What the hell is going on? Better idea. Who were they attacked by? Because Protagoras is the only other Dolos ship we know of. The rest of the ruin should be around here somewhere. Yeah, there's a bit of ruin around here.
Happy New Year, Administrator.
Apparently I have been in control for 2 years. I love that forlorn party blower. It's like, woo, good job. Well, yeah. Happy New Year, so that's 2 years. Right. We have found a collapsed food production district and a destroyed command center as well. How big was the Etemenanki? I'll be so glad when I leave this ship behind. How big was it, though? I mean, it's massive compared to us. Is that how they mitigated the backlash of the engines? Though they did mention it didn't seem to use the same FTL technology. Anyway, right. The frozen rooms through which Stanford's team have had to navigate are from a nightmare. It's dead space. It's the Ishimura run. Projectile damage covers most surfaces, and there are signs of electrical fires having raged throughout the corridors. This has not to discount the ever-present grim sight of severed corpses. Ooh. It's worse than the Ishimura. It's the sprawl. Which is, by the way, is Dead Space 2. Upon entering the bridge, the team discovered bodies of Commander-in-Chief and their other officers. It appears they took their own lives. Probably got crippled and then suicided, I'm guessing. Retrieve the Remus data. The Tiqqun should be kept in close proximity to the command center. This will allow Stanford's team to use the station's power via the retractable telescopic pole to access the center's power. How much power is this going to take? It's apparently not costing me anything, so okay, sure. Right, food production district. Ooh. That looks like could be a ship in its own right. Located a section of the Etemenanki drifting in the vacuum of space. Our initial readings have registered a lot of organic debris. On site, the part was responsible for the ship's food production. That's probably why the people in the command center suicided if their food production had drifted off. Production is divided into 2 zones, vegetable and animal. We have also identified a self-contained area generating a heat signature. The area is small, not impossible that some survivors may be sheltering. Invasively breach the self-contained area. Let's blow the airlocks off. If there are survivors, they've been there for quite a while. If we can investigate this and find out things to boost our food production, that'd be great. But this thing is a massive dedicated structure. Let's start checking around. Maybe we can salvage some food. I mean, it says there's floating organic matter. Depends on what kind of decompression it's been under, I suppose. Ooh, industrial zone wreckage. Also interesting. I wish I had another science ship. Actually, I can get another science ship. Hang on. Oh, I've got another event as well. Knocking on Heaven's Door. The Administrator. Debris field we entered is mostly composed of corpses. Flowing bodies bump against the hull and create sounds that reverberate through the Tiqqun sectors. This is not proving beneficial for the crew morale. DLS reports indicate EVA crews are discussing their experiences working outside Tiqqun with colleagues in the mess halls, compounding the problem. Good, it wasn't a -1. That's what I was worried about. You know, it's a bad sign if you're worried about a minus number. Oh, global. Surrounded by floating corpses, crew morale effect. Lovely. -1 for 5 cycles. Luckily, my station is actually in strong enough nick that that's not actually causing me to go into a death spiral. Very good. Also, what's my efficiency at for hull repair? Okay, so actually I think my 2 airlocks are going to be able to keep me intact, kind of. Continue to search for resources. Local resources are being sourced. We have welcomed a new member to our science team. The appropriately named Abyss is joining us. So welcome, Abyss. We'll try to keep you more intact than we did in the last system. I mean, I don't even know what higher tier science ships do, given what happened in the last system, and I lost them all, so I don't know. Anyway, we got 3 things to do now, because we got Abyss over at the industrial zone. Command Center. Remus coordinates aren't here. As you know, Vol coordinates are incredibly complex algorithms that require advanced technology for their storage and application. Did identify a storage area within the command center where such equipment, perhaps including that stolen from the Protagoras, should have been held. It's been ripped away, shorn by cutting lasers and taken. Lovely. Also, look at that power connection. Looks a bit shaky, that. Some small hope. A single damaged calculator terminal was found. Power supplied from the Tiqqun allowed us to access it. Appears the No, I was actually pronouncing that correctly that time. The Etemenanki's final moments while they were attempting to address the colossal damage done to their ship. The crew were able to identify and record the self-similar signature of their attacker as it withdrew. Ooh. Wait, there were some other factions we found in the Sol system, but they weren't really found in the previous system. Maybe it's the ones that were arranging the corpses in spiral patterns. It's the cult of the marker. Maker's Hole. Yes. Perhaps they hoped to later mount some sort of pursuit to recover the stolen coordinates of Remus. Now in possession of that signature belongs to the Piranhas, a ship of the Black Market Society. Oh wow, this does date back to the Sol system. This is where hope fades. The few officers' logs we found detail the attack are terrifying. Seems highly likely that coordinates of Remus are now on board the Piranhas. No, it's the I thought that was an exclamation mark. It's the Piranesi. Piranesi? Having processed data we found within the centre, and thanks to the old recordings that are now inactive distress signals, we've been able to locate other parts of the Etemenanki and have drifted across the system. So, does that mean we don't need to probe for the other parts? Investigate more on that. Let's look into the Piranesi's attack. No new places have been revealed. Okay, right. Food districts. We investigated the vegetable section. Ah, we have got an upgrade. Except drilling through several layers of debris, the Maxwell's team finally reached the vegetable production area. They were greeted by floating corpses of UN soldiers and crew. A few district workers seem to have reached emergency cryopods before depressurization. More crew, excellent. Hydroponic technology was used aboard the Etemenanki. Etemenanki. Why is this so hard? To grow fruit and vegetables in large vertical aisles. Recovered yields report details how hierarchical rationing reserved the rarest foods for higher ranked crew members. Although the remaining food production facilities are unusable, a few intact storage containers were found by the team. Retrieving resources has been prepared for extraction, so we've got a bunch of food, more than we can store, a bunch of cryopods, and a bit of science. Let's check the animal area. I don't think I have my... Well, I've only got a few cargo ships in motion right now. And yeah, none of them are configured to do that. to get food. Actually, food will be gathered to feed into Sector 1. And that means that food storage will back up on the rest of the system. That's okay. Right, industrial zone wreckage. Abyss, what have you got for us? Large quantity of steel found appears to be wrecked of the industrial zone. We have arrived at ruined industrial zone. The view is intriguing. In addition to the general debris and bodies that float everywhere, there are large piles of previously molten metals that have solidified when the area was exposed to the vacuum of space. The zone has been ripped apart and much of the interior appears to have been blown away. The structural tears extends into a storage area full of suspended yellow particles. Let's look. Let's explore. Let's have a look around first. Interesting stuff though. The Etemenanki is very advanced. Also, the science from checking these areas out has blown my science efforts out of the water, by the way. I've already researched almost all of the tech lab upgrades. It's going great. I just need to pause and collect science because I need those science points. Why is it the music suddenly taking a bit of a creepy tone? That is somewhat concerning. Listen to that deep bass rumble. Something about this place is unsettling people, I think. Anyway, we've got an internal request, and we've got the 3 research sites again to roll around us. Let's have a look-see. Animosity between former crew members of the Protagoras and the Etemenanki is becoming a problem. According to survivors, both crews together in Tiqqun short threatens the stability of the station. Kane protocols recommend temporary separation until tensions ease. Initiate population transfer and individuals will be sorted automatically using DLS data. 100 crew members will move from Sector 1 to Sector 2. That's fine, actually. $100 members from Sector 1 to Sector 2. I can do that. I need a... There'll be 18 people left homeless in Sector 2, but that's not actually much of a problem. And actually getting better housing structures is next on my to-do list. It's on my bucket list. In the meantime, though, I think getting some cell housing into Sector 2 is a good idea. So let's pop one there. Need some extra housing capacity anyway. And then I don't need to move 100 people. This is in the industrial sector. It could use some more workers. This sector's going to need some more workers pretty soon. Let's move... ...30 workers from Sector 1 to Sector 2. And 70 non-workers. There you go, that's all that out, no problem. Right, science reports. Here we go, destroyed command center. The Etemenanki paused at in the Crook system. It was surprised and attacked by the... Wow, that's a very short window for that to actually happen, given how quickly these drives recharge. Reports indicate colossal casualties. The UN crew was able to find a flaw in the Piranesi's defense systems and managed to mount a boarding assault. The Piranesi responded by firing its main weapons before fleeing the system. Last survivors of the attack who could not enter cryonic pods either died from the cold or slowly asphyxiated in the days that followed. A cold, lonely death. Ouch. How quickly the Piranesi was jumping around. It sounds like either they managed to get ahead of the Etemenanki or anticipated and got jumped there before it. Or there's the time dilation effect we've observed with the engine tech. So maybe different engine techs. Still not good. That just leaves the face of it, but I want to collect those points real quick. Food sector! Puppies! Yay! We found puppies. The production area has been gutted for several hundred meters. A huge amount of floating corpses made it difficult for the team to differentiate between what's animal and what's not. Did find several working cryopods. Have prepared these for extraction, 204 cryopods. Production seems mainly to have been galliform, though there were signs that rarer meats were produced. Maxwell team wishes specifically notes that they found a cryopod containing a dog, which we heard. The owner seems to have decided that the animal's life was more important than their own. Their corpse hangs onto the pod. Oh. Oh. What a lucky puppy. Unless it's the last puppy in existence. In which case, oh well. Find a new home for the dog. Yes, we need to find a home for this dog. We need to find a home for this dog. This dog deserves to have a home. Also 25 science points, which I kind of want. More than the 11 points over there, if I'm honest, but oh well, I've triggered that. 20 more points. The zone itself was devastated. Both factory machinery and crew were covered by flying molten metal as depressurization occurred. As the metal solidified, grisly monuments were created. Sometimes all that remains of a body is a cracked metal shell. Cryopods found in this area have either been covered by steel or compromised. The team was able to gather some information about the production methods. Okay, we'll check the storage area next on that one. But again, gather the research points to upgrade our tech lab. As you can see, it was also found a reactor action, and there's some flickering. So we're flickering up to 100% efficiency, and that is maintaining our hull stability now. Oh, we've also just found, apparently, a planet with 44 points to go. Nice. Need to find more resource in close proximity before I start moving. Though we can move because we've got decent batteries right now. I want to find stashes of metal. Ooh, I saw iron. Iron and ice. The technology computer optimization has been unlocked. As I got further and further into the text, it got faster and faster. It was blazingly fast towards the end there. So that is Tech Lab maxed out. We get 5 free science every 3 cycles, which is a decent trickle. But yeah, that is good. Can we only build 1 tech lab? Yeah, we can only build 1 tech lab. Oh, correction to what I said last time, by the way. I said last time you can only build 1 legislative strengthening center, which is +2 if it goes negative per state in the whole station. It looked like, but that's because I forgot I'd built 1 in Sector 2 already. So that's actually per sector. Bit of a whoopsie there, but you know, you are full on water. You are doing your own thing. Okay, sure. But people got moved. That's all good. Why are you angry? Oh, people got moved and they didn't get fed because not enough food was available to fix that. But that'll be fixed in a couple of cycles. That's all okay. Also, slight housing issue, as we know, but cell housing is currently being built in the area. Let's fire up. Well, we can't because power supplies are getting maxed out again. I have queued up the next tech, which is actually one of the solar panels. There's the solar panel one, which reduces weather damage by 50%, which is very, very, very important. But it's at the end of the upgrade tree, I think. No, it's almost at the end of the tree. I just need that one, not that one. But the others all boost power output, which is also good. But I've started researching as my next tech. Photosensitive lamination reduces solar panel cost by 10%. Because right now the cost is getting silly, I think. The last one I did was one of these, a large panel 6, which is four chips for electronics. Not bad. 225 polymers though. Even 10%, that's 23 or 22, depending on rounding, polymers less for that one, for plus 50 power. And the thing is, large panels 7 on here is 250. So, yeah, it's getting more and more expensive to try and do that. Still, one last round of reports and then we'll be done for this episode. So, let's go ahead and unpause so we get that last science point from over there. Good. Right, destroyed command center. I think this is our last thing here. Oh, no. Never mind, sorry. I forgot to tell it to work out what the heck the Etemenanki's previous mission objective was, apart from hunting down the Protagoras. Go ahead and do that. Got all the science from there. Administrator, I did not expect this decision. I would remind you that Dolos regulations prohibit animals on board the Tiqqun. I do postulate, however, the animal's presence may be good for crew morale. Please say the doggo gives me a +1. No, it just gave me an achievement. Man's best friend. Oh. Well, we got a doggo. Haha. I don't want to invade the beach. Let's cautiously approach it and see what's going on. And lastly, industrial zone. Again, that was collecting science, so just go investigate storage now. All's well that ends. Well, I am glad we didn't fight the Etemenanki. I mean, this ship doesn't have ship-to-ship combat, as far as I know, so... But still, the fate of the Etemenanki is kind of surprising. Even more worrying that it got attacked by the Black Market Society, and apparently they were strong enough to actually do something about a ship of this size. So... that's not good. Anyway, we're going to end there, though. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Oh wow! If I get the angle right, yeah, there are literally corpses floating around me. Oh dear. No wonder the crew were a bit unhappy about that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out me, helps out the channel, and gives me those virtual head pats I oh so crave. But yeah, see you all later. Something that worries me though, this massive danger field, I'm guessing that's something to do with an FTL drive. But there's also a large number of resource pockets and things in here as well, so my little ships are going to be at massive risk. I hope I can reinforce those. I really hope I can reinforce them. Actually, I want to check now. Science ship. Increases science. Moves fast. Well, faster will mean that they are in danger for less time. Enjoy the weather. More efficient mining. Oh, that's a good one. And no. Speed and efficiency. But nothing to help them survive.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Oh. Administrator, inconsistencies are detected within a crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, they found the crew member is actually a dog. So, we smuggled the dog on board the ship, and now the ship's realised. Not discovered how it came to be on board. Wasn't me, honest. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving extremely beneficial to crew morale. Decision must be made concerning the animal's fate. Officially recognise it as a member of the crew. Yes. Yes! The doggo does give you a +1 permanent. Good doggo. Never underestimate the value of pets. I am so happy that that's actually been beneficial like that. Why are you negative? Starving. Oh. Yep, that'll fix itself in a moment.